Hello, my name is Chelsea Whittington, and I am always proud to represent the Gary Community School Corporation and to share with our viewing community all of the things that are taking place in the Gary schools. I will set the stage for you today. My special guest is a friend, a colleague, and an expert in the field of all things security, education, and a lover of the city of Gary. Colonel Richard Ligon recently joined the Gary Community School Corporation team to assist with our school safety efforts. And I was chomping at the bit to take the time to have a conversation with you as we do throughout the district with our various administrators and faculty and staff, because we love to know and share who's behind the scenes making things happen. Now, Colonel, welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And I know, and you know, and it's no secret that the start of the school year, not just in the city of Gary, but across the country, was indeed a challenge for many school corporations. One, returning from a pandemic that's still going on, students haven't been in a traditional school setting in more than a year, and just the overall adjustment, if you will, to coming back to the classroom. Maybe there were some leftover beefs from previous times, things that may have festered as a result of being outside of the school system. But nonetheless, there are there's community concern regarding school safety and staff concern and parental concern.
Right.
And so when I heard that you've been recruited to join our team along with some of your other colleagues to help lead the safety efforts, I just simply pumped my fist and said, that's a good one for you and I have history. So I'm going to turn it over to you to first talk about your role. What is your role? How you landed back with us, because you are no stranger to the Gary School.
Well, I tell you, I pass by a school every day, and I look at it, and I always wonder what's going on. So my heart is with our young people. It's always been with the young people, and my true concern is that if it's a safe school, it's going to be a safe neighborhood.
Right.
And if it's a safe neighborhood, you're going to have a safe city.
That's right.
And I've been blessed to be here, and the Holy Spirit of the Lord will not let me leave. So I'm here. I've tried.
When it's a calling that's on
I
you.
get upset, and that's true. And I was in church the other night, and the pastor was actually talking about your purpose on earth. And if you don't have a purpose, you're in trouble. But if you don't know your purpose, it's gonna be hard. I think everyone knows my purpose. Basically, young people. I love young people. I love to see them succeed. I brag on the ones that have succeeded that I know, and I look at just how Pop Warner football has been a blessing to our community. And I look at the Neils, the Johnsons, the Jubbett, and these are kids you've known since
They were little kids, and now they're playing professional ball. Yes.
And then you look at some of them that are PhDs, you're looking at some of them that are doing other positive things, and you say, am I through? Can I sit back? Can I sit back and trust me? When I left as chief of police, I sit back, man, and I tell you what, I enjoyed life.
For 5 minutes.
I go back and I prop my legs up and look. But at the same time, I was always thinking about what can we do for our young people? How are schools? And I said this like Monday before I received the call. When I received the call, it was a confirmation that you're not through working with these young people yet. And I heard someone say, and it was during this same week prior to coming here, they said, I'm 60 years old and I'm not through, I'm experienced, and I want to keep working until I can. And I said to myself, well, I'm almost that age too, but I'm not through. And when I got the call, I said to myself, it's a confirmation that I need to still be with the children. You can't save them all, they say, but you have to.
You got to paint your corner of the world. Well, I will definitely say again that we are excited and elated to have you. For those who are not quite caught up on our safety initiatives, there were some things, Colonel, I still call you Colonel, right? You'll always be Colonel.
Richard.
Colonel Richard, that there were some things that were put in place as a result of some of the things that were discovered during a random sweep. And it was indicated in our bylaws and how things were going to operate here at Westside Leadership Academy that there would be random times where things would be searched, and upon finding some things of concern, that's what helped us to kind of pivot and make an extra laser focus. Safety is always a focus,
Right.
but to implement some additional measures. So prior to your arrival, there are more metal detectors that have come in, and they are upgraded because I understand the models that we currently had were a little older. So that was one of the things that we wanted to make sure that the community was aware of, as well as the implementation of clear book bags. It's just the times we live in, Colonel, where we need to see what are some of the things that our young people are bringing to school. We understand that we are responsible for making this a safe space.
Right.
So talk to me a little bit about some of the other things that you're looking to implement as a result of being on that safety team.
Right. Well, first of all, we have to make it clear with other people that are working security that we're here to supplement. We're here to mentor. We're not here to take the job. We're not here to do anything like that. We're here to work with you side by side. If you need something, let us know. If you need mentoring, let us know. But I've always been a person that accountability is the number one. If you don't have accountability, you're going to have problems.
Right.
So once we look at accountability, we look at what can we do for our young people. But now that you're responsible, like the heads are responsible for every single child. So if the principal is responsible for every child, where is that child right now?
Mm-hmm.
If he or she is not in class, where are they? And I think that's going to be our job to implement programs that we can really help the kids. We're looking at right now just having, and this is an open invitation, any police officer that wants to come in and eat lunch with the students and talk to them, we want them to do that.
Yes.
I've given so far since I've been here 2 presentations, and it's called The Law in Your Community. And it's teaching the community and young people.
Now, your presentations are to whom? Students, to parents? Who are your presentations?
Well, it's a program that's put on by Noble. Noble is the national organization of black law enforcement.
Okay.
All the chiefs of police, all the supervisors, everybody. It's not a black or white thing. It's for anybody. So if you join Noble, there's presentations. So me and others have been certified on this program. It used to be called The Law in You.
Okay.
And we targeted young men from 12 to 18. But since all of the issues have grown, they revamped it and they changed it to the law in your community. So we get the community involved. So
does this also include our young ladies? Because
yes, no doubt about it now.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I just made a phone call yesterday because I want 2 young ladies that I know personally that are super mentors. One of them just made Brigadier General.
Wow.
So she's a 1-star general, and she promised to come on Veterans Day unless she's at her duty station. Her duty station is Korea.
Okay.
And she just got promoted. I was at her ceremony. And she's coming along with another individual that graduated from the Air Force Academy, and she's a pilot. She's one of 151 black pilots in
Gary
the world.
Nader?
No, but
Oh,
she's
okay.
here. She invests
has
here,
some connections here.
And she definitely has a strong concern for young people. And there's times that a couple of years ago, I took her by the Bowman and took her by some of the other schools to talk to the young people. And they have committed to come if she's not in Korea.
Okay.
But the other person committed to be here. And she said she can come and walk the halls and talk to some of these young ladies and show them that there's a chance out there. You have a chance.
Absolutely.
This program called The Law in Your Community, we usually try to present it to families and their sons and daughters.
Okay.
So it basically teaches you, and it's a lot of role playing. In other words, if you want to curse the police out now, all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy and you're the police. So you do the role playing, and they realize how hard it is being a police officer.
Right.
Or
and
security
how to
officer.
diffuse situations
Exactly.
as they
Exactly.
escalate so quickly.
So what we've done is we did the training for most of the security officers.
Okay.
And that means that they can go back to their school, and if they have a group that they want us to do, they can get the Well, in my federal job, it was workplace violence. That's what we concentrate on. That's what I'm concentrating on.
Workplace violence.
Workplace violence. Because if you can prevent that, then you don't have to worry about an active shooter. And active shooters are responding to someone shot. That we want to even deal with that before. So there's going to be training on workplace violence.
Intervention, if you will.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this, Colonel. For those students who have already, say, exhibited some challenges with behavior, I know that we have implemented the alternative school option for evening classes. Will there be other programs or some type of support for them provided by your team? Because we certainly want them to get back to the general population. Just had a few behavioral hiccups. And again, all of our children deserve a chance at a great education and a great experience. But what we're finding is that there are some who have not made that transition back over into the traditional school setting, and they have exhibited a little bit of disruptive behavior. I'm being nice.
Right, but what you're showing is that my attitude sometimes is like this.
Okay.
Some of the ones I've learned, especially in ROTC, the ones with the disruptive behavior, a lot of them are bored. A lot of them became your best leaders. Okay. So I look at it as that person may be disruptive now, but what does that person have leadership skills? Let's develop them. We learn that if you get them out of this environment temporarily, and I mean out of the environment by sending them to camp, and as a matter of fact, the person that became the general was the post commander at Camp Atterbury. And on weekends, we had people taking students down there for the weekend.
Is that something we can do?
We're working on that.
Okay, that's great to hear.
With a new commander we're going to see, and we're going to, and what it is, they go down, they stay in the barracks, they get up early, they follow the rules, they go eat, we take them out on the confidence course, we take them to the air range where the planes actually come in. You can see the fire firing bullets. Yeah. So they act different. We anticipate that they're going to cause problems because they cause problems here. But once we got them out of the environment, they were totally different, you know. And then we had, even close here, we would send, or we would take our cadet leaders to Camp Good Valley. And we would take them on a Friday evening, and they stay there. It holds, each cabin holds 10 people, and we have chaperones. But in the evening, we go out on night hikes, okay? And we would see all these tough people that were scared. Okay? But these are little programs that are very effective. Yeah. And if you reach one, that other one's going to tell another
go back
one,
and tell.
and then we're going to spread it that way. Yeah. We think that leadership, a lot of the problems that are leadership are people that want to lead.
They want to lead, and they're acting out, needing that support and somebody to recognize and call on them to do something different. Well, I am very excited again to have you aboard, and I know you are. This is week 2, and you have already shared a plethora of information for our parents who are watching. Can you just close out with some words of advice and how we want to partner with them? Because you and I know well that we need whatever's going on at home to connect with what's going on at school so we can work together, community, home, school community, for the success of the child.
Exactly.
What would you say to our parents?
I would say, parents, we love you, and if you need us to come out and do presentations on the law in your community, but most of all, if your child is suspended, don't come up here cursing and come up here and find out what your child is really doing, and ask if you can come and watch him, and come on lunch hour and see why he's skipping, and take that back home with you. So once a child is suspended, my team wants to talk to you and your child. So we're trying to implement things. So I say be patient because you'll be surprised at the people. We have fraternities, we have sororities, we have doctors, we have the POP program. We have all types of programs that we're going to implement here where you'll be welcome to see the changes, not only here though, but in the middle schools and the elementary schools because it's a feeder system. Yes. We're going to utilize every possible lead that we can. So if there's something you want to implement, give me a call. Reach me, call me. If you can't come in here, I'll come outside and talk to you. do what we need to do to help our young people. I don't want to go to another young person's funeral, okay? And I've lost people, and trust me, it's not easy. But you as a parent, all I ask you to do, and I'm sure this would be a word of anyone, is care. Yes. Care for your person. Don't wait till he or she is a senior and find out that they only have 9 credits.
Right.
You know,
stay involved.
Stay involved.
Well, Colonel Liggins, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I will definitely be dropping in on some of the programs because we love to give our school community, our parents and stakeholders, a bird's eye view of what's taking place in our school. Obviously, COVID-19 has made it a challenge for doing all of the school visits and things like that, but we are doing our best to capture what's taking place and like having interviews with you. And you know you can count on me for whatever you need to help get the word out about the programs you're looking to implement.
Okay.
We wish you the best of luck. We know you're going to be successful, and I'm excited for our children. Again, my name is Chelsea Whittington, representing the Gary Community School Corporation. I have been chatting with my colleague, Colonel Richard Liggins, who is here to help us as we escalate and implement safety initiatives in your Gary Community School Corporation. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.